Hello, children. I am getting us started on a new project, and I'm very excited because we are going to have an artist in residence at the end of March, and this is a project that's leading up to that. So we are calling it The Winds of Hope, and it's based around the United Nations Global Sustainable Development Goals. Very quickly, I wanted to go through and tell you what those were so that we could prep up and get started on this project by the end of next week. So the UN Global Sustainable, or the United Nations, first of all, is a collection of countries around the world. Some of you may remember that when we talked about the government class and levels of government. It's a cooperative program. Most of the countries of the world are member nations. They work on ways to improve life for people across the planet. And they're partially a peacekeeping force and partially a way to resolve conflict without violence, and partially an organization that goes in and helps countries, developing countries, also like all the countries, to raise awareness and promote education and create projects that help people live better lives. To that end, the Sustainable Development Goals is looking to 2030, so 9 years from now, when our population could be approaching 10 billion people. For us to have a decent lifestyle with 10 billion people, we're going to have to make some changes in how we live. And some of the goals that they've come up with, there's 17, so they're all listed here: poverty and hunger, healthcare, well-being, education, gender equality, on and on. And you guys are going to go through and look at these different goals and then vote on which one you would like to focus on as a group. So this is a group project, and we'll be all working together on it. Across the world for the last several years, student groups have been raising awareness about the development goals and things that they can do to improve their community's awareness of these goals, and also just little action steps that people can take in order to help the whole planet move along and make things more sustainable for all of us. We are lucky to have Kiki Abrahamson. This is her down here. She will be visiting us, and she's going to help us make windsocks. So this is a silk batik painting, and they're done on a frame, and then they end up getting turned into a windsock. So we're going to have a windsock garden out here in the school. We'll figure out how to install it. But our overarching theme is going to be one of those sustainable goals. And our plan, first step, as you know, by the end of next week, we will have researched the goals and we will be voting on one of them. We're going to generate a rubric to assess our success. So we're going to, as a group, be looking at indicators that will help us know when we have successfully completed this project. After we have developed that rubric as a group, we will research our chosen goal, so one specific one of those 17, and we're going to think about ways that we can relate that specific goal to our community. We always want to be bringing it back to our own lives to make sure that what we're doing is relevant for us. Then we're going to be generating a teaching presentation. So the middle schoolers are going to take point on this project. However, everyone is expected to develop a teaching presentation regarding the goal. Maybe we can be working together to delegate tasks on this, but everyone will have a presentation. We are going to be teaching the elementary ends about this project so that they can come in, and when they make their windsock, they understand the theme that they'll be participating in. By that point, we'll be making our windsock. So at the end of March, when Kiki is visiting us, that's when we'll make our windsock, and then we'll create our windsock garden, and we'll link our art with our presentation via QR codes so that a visitor can walk through our windsock garden and scan our code and pull up your particular presentation that's related to your windsock that you created. And then we're going to be sharing what we've done with the world as per the hopes of the United Nations. So we are going to be participating in several schools in this district and across the state and across the nation and across the globe who have already done this project and who might be inspired by our project. So be looking at those goals. The document will be attached in Google Classrooms and along with this video, and you will be expected to have that researched and your vote turned in by the end of next week. Thank you for your attention.